set off at 4:30, and it's probably about 5 o'clock now. I don't have anything. Normally I have some subject that I would chat about, but I haven't today. The only question I've got that's maybe worth answering is why I'm doing this. I've got no bloody idea. The temperature has gone down to, it's about -1, so it's not too bad, but the snag is thick fog. In the UK we call it pea soup. I don't know what anyone else does, but yeah, a really thick fog. Of course, that fog is now freezing, technically freezing fog. Super cooled water droplets, they touch my face and they are freezing cold. But anyway, I'm off to Bristol today just to get out of the house and go and do something a bit different. It's about 135-mile ride. Maybe a bit more than I can chew, I don't know, because my knee is hurting at the moment. I think that's because I've got the different shoes on. Or different shoes on because the last ones I didn't dry them out properly, so they were still soaking wet from last time. It's a bit of an issue. So I've got these different shoes on, different cleat position, and I think that's causing a little bit of knee pain. I'll see how far I get. Anyhow, off via Weston-super-Mare and up around that way to Bristol. There's a nice little stop off I really like going to in Bristol to get something to eat and a drink, and then potter on home. Anyway, off we go. This is a gaming arcade of some sort. It's in Burnham. Follow us on Facebook. Would you really do that? Would anyone really follow an amusement arcade on Facebook? Right, just having a ride through Burnham now. Fog is clearing a little bit down on the coast, but earlier, back over the levels, it was about somewhere between 8 and 10 metre visibility, I reckon, which meant I really didn't have much time to react to anything. I'm just pedalling along at 15-16 miles an hour. Yeah, and so all of a sudden, out of the gloom, are two deer. One of them's, is it a bull? Certainly one was a doe. Anyway, he had big horns, reasonably big horns, and he just stood his ground. I had to cycle around him. I'll tell you what, he's quite big when you get close to them. Yeah, straight on. Yeah, another little scare was around Bridgewater. Not a great area, Bridgewater, but a rat the size of a cat ran right across in front of me. It's only when I managed to get the head torch onto him that I realised what it was. Going under power cables in the fog, because the power lines that come out from Hinckley power station, I imagine these are. In fact, yeah, they would have been, but they were popping and spluttering. Really weird sensation cycling under those. Of course, I couldn't see anything above me, and then the other one was going over a bridge and a train went over it. Really crept up on me. Anyway, yeah, my feet are too cold. I got the wrong shoes on. Didn't put my toe caps over my little toe warmers on, so they are now very, very, very cold. But Burnham, I'm getting to Weston, and there's a 24-hour garage there. I'll stop and warm up a little bit. But I'm just slowly plodding along through Burnham. Really enjoying it. I feel really good. Done about 25 miles. Actually, my feet are feeling really good. My knee is feeling much better than it was, so I think the cleat's okay. But yeah, feeling really good. Now I know why I do it. Now I know why I couldn't get out. Well, I couldn't get out of bed this morning. That was a real struggle. But I'm really glad I did. I love riding at night. First thing in the morning is brilliant. Yeah, first thing in the morning. I love it. nice and quiet. You know you're the first one up. A little bit of a sense of achievement. Maybe that's why I do these rides. Yeah, I went to see my mum yesterday. Have a walk through the park and take her out for lunch, etc. And she was trying to work out why I did these rides, and I didn't know what to tell her. maybe I shouldn't be doing them. Sometimes the actual ride is amazing fun. Sometimes it's done nice just to be outside and be doing some exercise. Sometimes it's freezing cold and I'm not enjoying the ride, but when I get back there's a massive sense of achievement. I suppose that's a little bit like climbing a mountain. Secondary effects. Secondary enjoyment? I don't know, there's a phrase for it I think. But yeah, why do I do it? Why do I get out of bed on Sunday morning really early when it's cold outside? It's going to be a really nice day today, I think. Well, it should be. The forecast is good anyway. You see the moon up there. We may not be able to, but got this low fog. But looking straight up, it's starting to clear already. Should be a little bit of daytime heating, and that will clear it. But it looks like blue sky above me. But it's a really lovely time in the morning. Really quiet, just lots of birds and me gobbing off. Strawberry line. It's turning out to be a gorgeous day. I look like a knob. I looked at myself in the mirror at the petrol station back there. Oh dear. I probably shouldn't put this on YouTube, should I? Anyway, it's turning out to be such a nice day. I'm really tempted to go home and go do something with the family. It's a bit of a conundrum, isn't it? Going for a cycle, but you go out for one of these long rides. Even though I'll set off early, I'm cutting into the day that I could be spending with the family. Yeah, it's a tough one. What am I going to gain out of it by carrying on? Some miles towards my annual goal. That's about it, really. Don't know what to do. What I could do is just head straight back down the Strawberry line. I'm probably about 2 hours straight home. I could be home before lunch. I could still have knocked out 100 miles instead of 135.
I come second. You're locked in with my bike.
Yeah.
You cannot get your bike off. You go down that way, you're only going 2 stops. I go down that way in the train, I'm going to London Paddington. So you go, you think, God, you try lifting that off a hook. I can't even get it on the hook. And the guards always say, oh, you can't stand there with the bike, mate. I usually just put the stand down. like that and wheel it in. I said, no, it's all right. As soon as the train moves, and when it comes into a station, I always come out to make sure nobody's going to get, and they all go, oh, whatever. But some of them do get a little bit short because they want you to lift it, but it's badly designed. Yeah. It's badly designed. But that's the tip if you want to use the train.
Yeah, well, I'm going to, that's my plan.
So where do you live?
Yeah, that was Ed. Ed was with his electric bike. So he does a lot of riding. Okay, it's an electric bike, but he's only just had a heart attack. He's had a triple bypass surgery, and he does 147 miles he's done so far this week. That's impressive. I want to be Ed when I'm older. But he didn't know how to talk. A bit like that duck over there. He's now stopped as soon as I said it. Oh, he's off again. It is such a nice day that I can't really justify just cycling all the way out to Bristol to have a coffee and then cycle all the way back just so I can get some numbers on Strava. That's just stupid. I want to go back and get back for lunch, spend some time with the family. That's a much smarter idea. I'll get 100 miles out of it. I'll probably head out this way a little bit, or I might just head straight back. I've got 48 miles out to here. Head back. I can round that up to 100 comfortably. Much better idea. And then do something with the family this afternoon. Sort of balance between family life and a bit of fun. And I've had a bit of fun, and it's been really enjoyable. I got too much oil on my chain. Look at that. Absolutely coated in it. You see the gears I've been in. I haven't been up here yet. Absolutely coated. It's a great little route if you want to go around Weston-super-Mare, coming in from the north. There's basically a hill just to the north of Weston-super-Mare. If you follow that around, you can stay on the coastal side. There's a great road which goes around the woods, and it literally does just follow down the coastline. There's Wales over there, but that's the old pier, I think, it's around the corner. But yeah, a really nice little route. Glad I'm going home now. So I could have done. So it's the difference between 35 miles extra riding versus 3 hours out in the hills with the family. It's not really a challenge, that making that decision. So yeah, I'm gonna go back, get a coffee or whatever. My son's got a party to go to, so I'll stop and have a coffee somewhere, and I'll get back about 1 o'clock, get changed, sort the bike out, ready for 2 to go out. Heading back around Burnham, I've just seen Ed, that guy I saw up near Clevedon. He's bombing along. So he headed off down Strawberry Line and cut across. I went to the other way down the coastline and had a bacon butty. I didn't stop to chat with him. If I had, I'd never have got going. The whole point of leaving early would have been blown. He wouldn't let me go. I've never known someone to talk so much. Very nice bloke though. Surviving a heart attack and then getting back on your bike. But the doctor told him that the only reason he survived his heart attack was because of his fitness level. He's been cycling for 19 years. There we go. Wow, look at this. I love riding around here. Anyway, 2 hours home, changed, and then back out for a walk with the family. Yeah, everyone's a winner. There I am wondering why am I doing this? Why am I getting up at 4:30 in the morning? No, 3:30 in the morning, setting off at 4:30, cold, fog. But actually, you end up having gone out on a gorgeous day in the end. You've done 100 miles and you get back in time for lunch. I mean, it's time away from the family, but I think everyone needs a little bit of a reset time. This is my reset time. Having half a day to myself, doing some exercise, getting some vitamin D. Still very much worth it. So that's why I do it, I suppose. Although it's going to be 95 miles by the time I get back and not 100, so I'm going to have to add a few more miles, do a little circuit when I get home, because I can't deal with 95 miles. It's got to be 100 or 200 kilometers or 300 or 200 miles. Anyway.